So first, I'd like to say I think all the comments have been so thoughtful, and Michael, your presentation was really interesting. This isn't my question, but maybe later I'd like to, I remember from my social science that correlation is not causality.
Well, we control for everything and his brothers, though.
Sure. But here's really what I wanted to say. I'm imagining that I'm not the former head of a major nonprofit, but rather the CEO of Wal-Mart. And I was wandering around Newark and decided to drop in on this conference. I think I would go out and celebrate tonight. Every speaker mentioned Wal-Mart. Every speaker mentioned Wal-Mart in something between a neutral and a positive way. Yet, a few months ago, Wal-Mart was day after day after day plastered on the front of the New York Times for bribing elected officials in Mexico. Apparently, this was not rogue behavior. The Times won a Pulitzer for covering it that way. But went to the upper reaches of Wal-Mart senior management. Wal-Mart has been, I think, pretty well documented for systematic discrimination against women employees and advancement of women. So how did we reach a point where in this conference, with all these experts on corporate ethics, Wal-Mart's coming off as the good guy?
Well, I mean, I don't know. My sense is that oftentimes ethics is somehow separate from the CSR space, and it shouldn't be. I think why Walmart comes up so often is because most manufacturing companies on the planet sell to Walmart. For better or worse, they are the customer of every consumer products company on the planet. And the other thing that's happened in the last, probably decade is CSR has turned from an individual company list of things or strategy to a value chain, right? So the standards that I'm holding at Campbell are now being applied to my suppliers, right? The people that supply our products, packaging, ingredients, and they're also being influenced by all the customers, the retailers that we sell our product to. So they have standards, they have expectations, and Walmart does. They ask me questions about how I perform as a company and how our suppliers perform as a company. So I think they're in the conversation much more from this value chain perspective. That said, I think that there's something to be reinforced about the role of moral good and ethical behavior in kind of the compass of the company and his role in what you call or what we call CSR. And I think that gets lost sometimes. I think companies get lost sometimes. They focus on a couple things they're doing to try to burnish their reputation, right? But they forget that it's part of who they are as well.
I just go back to the idea that stakeholders have limited cognition, and there's so many things going on with Walmart in and of itself, let alone everything else that's going on out there. And it's sort of what's front of the news cycle at the time. And sometimes they pick up on things, and sometimes they don't. Sometimes they get fatigued about listening to how bad Walmart is, and they look for the next great thing. Part of it is Walmart could be worse. There are things it does that it doesn't have to do. And when it does do something even somewhat petty, it has a multiplier effect. It's extraordinary. And so that becomes the news item. And Walmart, of course, is very savvy. Well, maybe not that savvy. They've gotten caught doing bad things that way too. But with their PR mechanisms to get out front. And so, all these companies at some point in time are going to do something bad.
And companies are a collection of people. I work with a lot of great people at Walmart, right? And we work together on ways to improve the whole supply chain. I don't work with everybody on